everyone, welcome back. We're playing Lamplight City, and we are off to the Bank of the Scoocher.
Mr. Fordham.
Hello.
Ah, Mr. Dupre. Good to see you again. Is all well with you?
Absolutely. Everything is wonderful. Because of you, the city has finally seen Laura Dupre for the monster she is. I cannot thank you enough.
I suppose you're welcome?
Now then, is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, I'm looking for Peter Andrews. I was told he worked here.
That's right. His desk is just over there.
Thank you, Mr. Dupre. Lovely seeing you.
Didn't I piss off Mr. Dupre last time? Do you guys remember? We had a conversation and I basically accused him, I don't know, something about turning a blind eye towards his wife or something. And he was mad and I couldn't follow that line of investigation. So why is he being nice to me? Who's that painting of? What does he get to say?
We haven't got anything else to ask him.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Peter Andrews.
Mr.
What have
Andrews.
you got to say?
Yes?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. May I ask you a few questions?
Yes, I suppose that would be fine. Have a seat.
I'd rather stand if it's all the same to you.
Okay.
Now then.
Look at the massive safe. Ooh. He's blue, makes his eyes pop. Good for him.
Exactly what is your role here at the bank?
I'm the manager. I handle the new accounts, organize finance, that sort of thing.
Have you been here long?
Coming up on 17 years.
Whoa.
Is this at all relevant to your investigation?
Anything could be, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah, we're establishing your trustworthiness.
Do you know Desiree Lathan?
Desiree Lathan? No, I can't say the name rings any bells.
Wait, what? Ah, it's him that kept... Sorry, I literally played this game like 2 nights ago and I've forgotten.
You say you don't know Miss
everything.
Lathan. Would you care to explain these?
Why are they crumpled up? Did she throw them out?
Yes, she did.
And why do you have them?
Because she did.
I just love catching people like this.
Relax, Mr. Andrews. Let's take this slowly. Now, I can assume by your reaction that these are your letters?
Yes, they are.
So why did you lie about knowing Miss Lathan?
I promised my wife I would cut off contact.
But you clearly didn't. The most recent letter is from 2 weeks ago.
Did she hire you?
Your wife? No, that's not why I'm here.
Ah, well, that's somewhat of a relief then.
You're not going to be relieved in a moment. Also, what the hell? I mean, his letters did say, oh, circumstances prevent us from being together. Bro, you are married. That's a massive circumstance. Yeah, let's reveal this right at the
So your
end.
wife knows about your correspondence with Miss Lathan?
Well, I don't know if you could really call it correspondence. Desiree never wrote back.
No.
But yes, Peggy, that is to say Margaret found out shortly after we married.
Exactly how many letters did this bounder send, I wonder?
At first I tried to make it out that she was just a friend,
It's so
but
creepy.
she found one of the more intimate ones while I was writing it.
Ew.
I see. And what was her reaction?
What do you think? I still have the scar from the glass that she threw at me.
You're still married?
Oh, yes. Margaret comes from a very strict Catholic family. They would sooner she die than divorce. It hasn't been easy.
Poor
She
Margaret.
makes sure to take full advantage of the situation.
As she should.
Always buying herself the most expensive jewelry and spending a fortune on food for those wretched cats.
Yeah, and
I
she's a cat
swear,
lady.
they're better fed than I am.
Where might I find Mrs. Andrews? I'd like to speak to her.
Our house is at 713 Longfellow Street, just at the edge of Gascon. But I warn you, it's a goddamn menagerie she's got. I'd stay away if you're averse to being covered in animal hair.
I'll take my chances.
So I will. Ugh. You're a slimy, slimy little man, you.
Were you aware of Miss Lathan's death?
What? Desiree is dead?
No.
No.
She
The
was found
shock,
burned to death in
the
her bed.
horror.
You're lying. You have to be.
I'm afraid I'm not, Mr. Andrews.
Oh,
no.
Desiree.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to kill her?
No, she was a marvelous woman.
Well, I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news, but at least you won't have to worry about writing any more letters.
That isn't funny, Mr. Fordham.
I thought it was
Yes,
funny.
it was. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Andrews.
That is the worst way to find out your side piece doesn't like. Well, she's not even his side piece because she never wrote back, so it's an unrequited side piece. What is this guy? Honestly, it's really embarrassing.
What an absurd contraption. Imagine needing all those extra bits and bobs just to tell the time.
Oh, what? Okay.
I tried using one of these automatic money dispensers once, but I nearly got my arm stuck inside. They still got a long way to go.
I didn't
I
listen.
tried using one of these automatic money dispensers once, but I nearly got my arm stuck inside. They still got a long way to go.
Are you supposed to stick your arm in there? This vault is
Yeah,
massive.
impressive bit of hardware. It would take a criminal mastermind to rob this bank.
Is it gonna get robbed? Is he for... Is he foreshadowing some robbery? Can he tell us something about...
We haven't got any...
Okay, you say so. Okay, so we're going to his wife's house. I just don't know at what point I need to go back to my wife. But, okay, the Andrews residence, and this is... Oh, I've been to the magazine. Police station, the ocean. Okay.
Nice house. It definitely screams, eccentric person lives here. Speaking of which, that must be Mrs. Andrews over there with those rodents.
I mean, the house itself is fine, right? There's nothing... Oh, it's a bit creepy. It's like, it feels like a little bit in the middle of nowhere. It's big. Seems big. But yeah, feeding the squirrels, I don't know.
Rats with fluffy tails. How anyone can find them endearing is beyond me.
What do you mean? They're the cutest thing. I have one in my backyard. I love them.
Excuse me, Mrs. Andrews?
May I help you?
I'm Miles
Yes, you
Fordham,
may.
private investigator. I was hoping you could answer a few questions.
All right then. Don't worry, my darlings. Mommy only needs a moment to speak to the nice man, then I'll give you all the nuts you can eat. My little friends just adore nuts, Mr. Fordham.
Guess that explains why squirrels are so attracted to her.
I think you can actually overfeed squirrels. You have to be careful. They only need a certain amount of nuts. Amazing hair. Must have took a while to make it look like that.
Do you have any hobbies or pastimes, Mrs.
teasing.
Andrews?
Well, of course. I do a bit of knitting and I take care of my pets.
I take it you're fond of animals?
Oh, yes. I just love animals. Most prove to be better company than people.
Love.
Is that right?
Yeah, she's not
Well,
wrong.
consider this, Mr. Fordham. Animals can't betray you or lie.
Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going.
My furry little companions would never hurt me, unlike several humans I could name.
Who are these companions exactly?
Why, my darling little kitties and squirrel friends, of course.
Where does she get the squirrels? Ooh, I really hope she doesn't think the whole Desiree thing was a relationship. Like, I hope she knows it was unrequited, but she probably doesn't. Let's talk about
Your
squirrels.
squirrel friends are quite tame.
Oh, aren't they just the sweetest? And so smart, too.
Smart,
When I
smart.
feed them, they come up and put their little paws on my hands as though they were giving me little squirrel hugs. And the
Okay.
way they look into my eyes, I can almost hear them saying, "Thank you for the nuts."
Well, at least you can be grateful that it's only my voice you hear and not some rabid squirrels.
If a squirrel looks at you and says out loud, "Thank you for the nuts," you should check the medication you're taking.
Tell me about your cats.
They're the most wonderful little dears. Do you have any pets?
Afraid not. My wife isn't too fond of cleaning up after animals.
Pity. Cats make wonderful pets. They're good company and are independent, unlike dogs.
Why does she hate
Edgar
dogs?
and Hubert are my pride and joy. I give them only the best of everything, and they in turn give me their unconditional love.
That's delightful.
I used to have a wonderful cat named Tobias, but, oh, he had an unfortunate accident. That's why I never let my two angels out of the house.
What happened to Tobias?
What happened to Tobias the cat?
Oh, I really rather not talk about that. It wasn't my finest hour.
Oh no, what did
Let's
she...
just say it was an
What?
honest misunderstanding which got blown way out of
What the hell did
proportion.
she do to your cat?
Well, now I just have to know what happened. I hate it when people tease gossip and don't deliver.
Tell me about the damn cat. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go ask her husband again. Ooh, is she gonna blow a gasket now?
Did you know Desiree Lathan?
Not personally. I never met her, but I knew exactly who she was.
And who was that?
A miserable drunk. Always going out and getting liquored up at her so-called socialite balls. They try to make them seem so fancy and high class, but it's really just a bunch of bitter old hags getting together to gossip about each other. With that kind of lifestyle, it was only a matter of time before it caught up with her.
So she didn't like her, I take it.
Do you happen to know anything about the circumstances surrounding the death of Miss Lathan?
I read in the paper that she was burned to death. In her bed, wasn't it?
That's right. Do you have any idea how that may have happened?
Well, I already told you she was a drunk. Maybe she came home plastered and decided to smoke in bed. I'm rather surprised she was sleeping alone. That woman got around, if you know what I mean.
Really?
He certainly seems to know a lot about Desiree for someone who claims to have never met her.
Yeah.
Thank you for the chat. It was very enlightening.
Oh, my pleasure, Mr. Fordham. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to tending to my little darlings.
Can't put my finger on it, but she just seems like a horrid woman. Don't know why.
Rats with...
Okay. Okay, well, let's go speak to her husband again about what she did to her cat, Tobias. Hopefully you can tell me.
Mr. Andrews,
Yes?
is there anything you can tell me about your wife's old cat, Tobias?
Oh, God. There's a name I was hoping never to hear again.
Okay, what happened?
She loved that cat. I'm sure she would have married it instead of me if she could.
Ew.
Mangy little bastard was always leaving a mess and knocking things over, but he was Peggy's little angel. Then one day I'd had enough, so I let him outside, and
What?
Yes?
the stupid thing managed to get itself killed. Then things got ugly.
How so?
Peggy got a bit carried away, and, well, let's just say I never imagined a cat could earn someone a criminal record.
The plot thickens.
What?
Or perhaps sickens.
Wait, what? Did she attack him?
Thanks for your time,
Did she
Mr.
attack
Andrews.
the person who killed the cat? Ah, okay, maybe I could go to
We
police
haven't got anything
station.
else to ask him about right now.
Because, I mean, she has a criminal record, so I could go to the police station and ask what is on her record. I feel like I'm losing a bit of, like, the thread to the other things, but let's just follow this lead until it dies. I don't even know if it's a good lead.
Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
You always say that.
I need some information on one Margaret Andrews. Apparently, she has a criminal record.
Margaret Andrews, eh? Give me a moment to look her up in the archives. Yes, here we are.
Oh, that's quick.
Margaret Andrews was brought in for questioning 5 years ago in connection with a fire at a theater in Worcester.
A fire!
Yes, nothing came of
fire,
it, but she
fire,
was briefly a
fire.
suspect. Oh, there's more. She also had a prior conviction for arson.
Ooh,
You don't say.
The
she's
file
looking
says she set
good.
fire to a cab after the driver ran over her cat. She served 6 months in prison for that. This was back in 1835.
6 months
Fascinating.
in prison.
Thank you for your help, Upton. This has been extremely valuable.
So, Margaret Andrews has a jealous streak and a penchant for setting things on fire. Seems a likely culprit to me.
Yeah, of course she's likely, but I'm not gonna just
That's
go
it for
ahead
now.
and accuse
Better get
her
back
now.
to it then.
I need to speak to everyone about it. But she does look... It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Let's go here and ask this lady if she knows Margaret Andrews.
Miss Robineau?
Oh, it's you?
Yes.
Yes,
No?
yes. No, I don't know.
Thanks
I
for your
don't want
Thank-
to compliment you. Okay, so there's nothing more to say to her. The magazine dude was a bit weird. Spectre lady, I don't know if she has anything else to say. I'll just go back and accuse her. What did the lawyer have to... Oh, I need proof that she's dead. What's in my casebook? Do I have any items? No. Burnt cloth. Okay. Let's go just accuse her first. Or just ask her about it at least.
Nothing more to ask her about right now.
Oh,
Leave her to her...
okay. Okay, let's go back home because I don't have any more information. So let's just give her the things. to
Hello,
ask
dearest. I have returned.
Seeing you come home always puts a smile on my face.
about. Ooh, sorry.
Don't work your...
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, I made a mistake. I just want to go to the crime scene one more time and see if I can somehow grab something there to...
An invitation to the gas...
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
You have to hand it to her. You have to hand it.
So there's
Definitely
nothing
too
I can...
young. No title. Judging by these books, Miss Lathan was quite the fan of poetry. Let's just hope her taste was better than Madame Dupre's.
Maybe he has
Nothing
a
new
little...
to ask him about.
Okay, but then I thought maybe he would have
I'm
a little
afraid I need to
baggie.
have another look inside Miss Lathan's room, Officer Kane.
All right, but please be quick about it.
So how can I prove that she's dead? How can I prove it?
Miss Lathan's half-written article about igniting the fires within. Pity we'll never be able to know how it ends. Nothing else of interest in there.
Okay.
That's a nice portrait of Miss Lathan. Too bad it was damaged by the fire. The area where the artist's signature should be has been singed and is unreadable. Too bad.
Yeah.
But the date is still legible. It's from this year.
Why is that important? Why is that important? I can't pick up any more.
Just a pile of ashes.
Okay. And I can't pick up any more ashes because I don't have anything
Miles,
to pick it up
do
with.
you really want to go carrying around those stinking ashes in your pocket? It'll take ages to get the smell out.
Good point. I'll need to find something to carry them in.
What? This? This? Okay, but it doesn't work that way, so I need to
There's a
have something.
This one's... I don't think that...
Wait, what's the tattoo?
What?
Wait, sorry.
There's a tattoo on her ankle. It says, Dancing Through Life.
Dancing, okay. So the skull...
Alas, poor Desiree, a woman of infinite riches, of tastes most fancy. Where's all your money now? Come to think of it, that question might...
Yeah, actually, might be worth answering. So there's nothing more on the pillow here. Ashes, 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 ashes. On the headboard, nothing. Exit. So I'm just making sure that I pixel hunted everything there. Okay, so there's nothing. I don't have anything to pick her ashes up with or anything. So let's just get out of there. So I'm just gonna go to my wife. I don't really know what else to do now. Just go here.
I'm here.
Welcome home.
Addie?
What is it, Miles?
Let's compliment
Please let me
her.
see that beautiful smile of yours, Addie.
That's enough, Miles. If you're just going to stand there and throw
Oh,
meaningless
no,
words at me,
she's still
you're
a
better
bit
off not saying anything at all.
No.
But-
Stop it. I'm trying my best to move past this.
Oh, no.
Don't make it worse.
I made her mad. I'm sorry. Sorry,
You've
Addie.
mucked up things enough with her for now. Best to leave her be until some time passes.
No. Oh no. Really? Oh, I really did screw that up, didn't
Pretty.
I? Can I get
It's admirable.
something to...
It's admirable just how that...
Yes. Back when
I need to pick up something.
it's empty.
Good riddance, I say.
Okay, so the soporific is gone.
That's a fun...
Watching.
I'd say that...
No.
Remember, before you started taking that medicine, and you were a lot...
Okay, whatever.
Oh, wouldn't you...
So?
Right.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Never mind.
Eh.
Pretty. But I'm glad I don't have a sense of smell anymore.
Can I speak to Addie?
You've mucked...
Damn it. Okay.
I shouldn't be gone. It'll be...
So can I leave and directly come back? Why did I piss her off? I hope that was enough.
Honey, I'm home.
Hello.
You've mucked up...
No.
You've mucked up...
Oh,
Time.
Take care.
no. But I have no one else to talk to. I messed this up so much. Okay, let's see if there's anything more to say here.
I don't think...
No? Shit, I really
I
messed
can only
it
begin to
up.
imagine. I can only... For the publisher...
Oh no.
Empty.
Oh no, what am I gonna do now?
Confessions of a Steam Addict by...
Okay, let's ask the bank guy about his wife again. Yeah,
We haven't-
no.
Nothing else.
Ah! Did I block the game? Oh, I hope I didn't block the game.
I don't think there's anything.
No.
Never much. A great man, he's dead. That's probably.
Okay, what if I go compliment the old lady again? That's maybe my last option.
Miss Robineau?
Oh, it's...
Yeah.
No.
Okay, you have the most radiant smile.
Can I just say you've got the most radiant smile I've ever
Ooh,
seen?
it's gross, actually.
Why, that's very sweet of you, Mr. Fordham.
It's true. Not many women your age still have all their teeth intact.
Ew, why did I say that?
beg your pardon?
Why did I say that?
I didn't know you were such a master of the high kick, Miles. You got your foot in your mouth in record time.
This is all just
I
gone
just
wrong.
meant- You know what? Never mind.
This is all gone
Thanks for your
wrong.
time. I'll let you get back to your drink.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Ugh. No, it's all gone wrong.
Hello, dear.
Hello.
You've mucked.
No, there's nothing more to do.
I look forward to your return.
Okay, I'm not being funny. I think I'm in an unplayable state, or like my only way forward is to go to Upton and just accuse this woman of setting a fire. And I don't think it was her. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and not insult Addie. I'm not gonna insult Addie. Okay, so we've traveled back in time. Magic, alakazam, abracadabra. And we're not gonna piss her off this time, because I'm not being funny, but this is my only lead right now. Yeah. So we're not gonna compliment her again, we're just gonna ask her to do some
Addie?
stuff for us.
What is it, Miles?
So, sorry dear, no more compliments for you. Just do some work for
About
me.
your appointment with Charlotte.
What about it?
Here's what I want.
Right. These are the things I want you to ask her about.
Oh.
So you want me to take off about an inch, but keep enough for your curls?
Yes,
Ooh,
that's
I
right.
love a cutscene.
You know how I like it, Adelaide.
Okay. How was the ball?
How was the Grand Dame's ball? Was your hairdo a hit?
Oh, it was. All those other old biddies were practically fainting with jealousy. Truth be told, though, the evening was rather dull. Just the regular crowd of wags and gossips. You know, sometimes I envy people like you,
Oh, don't
Adelaide.
say stupid things. Oh,
People like me.
Please don't say something
Yes,
stupid.
you know, ordinary people.
Oh.
Being a member of high society can be so draining. One quite lacks a sense of purpose, of ordinary, honest usefulness that
so
comes
out
from a
of
good
touch.
day's labor.
Shut up.
Have you done much of that sort of labor yourself, madam?
Yeah.
What? No, of course not. But I imagine it must be quite good for the
Oh,
soul.
shut up,
Quite
woman.
grounding. Just being what you are. No airs or pretense.
Oh, cut off all her
Oh,
hair.
you've missed a bit there on the left ear.
Shave her
Do
head.
be sure it comes out even.
Certainly, madam.
Oh, please shave her head. That music. Yeah, let's compliment the music.
I have to say, your musical selection for today is lovely.
It's nice to know someone like you can appreciate some of the finer points of culture.
Mad.
In case you were wondering, the piece is the Fourth Symphony by a composer named Theophilus von Wagner.
Yes, it's refreshing to hear the Fourth Symphony for a change. Most people know von Wagner for his Fifth Symphony or his Lute Concerto in D minor.
Oh, you know von Wagner?
Although I admit he isn't one of my favorite Baroque composers, I can appreciate what he brought to the movement. I'm more in favor of Scaravaldi. His development of the Concerto Grosso makes for a much richer musical tapestry. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, well, perhaps so.
Do you have any
She
favorites
has
among
nothing to
Scaravaldi's
add.
works?
His First Symphony is quite riveting.
Maybe he didn't
Do you
even
mean
have
his
one.
concerto for mandolin? He didn't have a first symphony as such.
Well, yes, that's what I meant.
Stupid woman.
As much as I enjoy chatting, perhaps you should concentrate on what you're doing, dear.
Asshole woman. Why is her feet hanging in the air? It makes her seem like she has disproportionately short legs. I don't know. Anyway. Do I just jump straight in? Let's ask about suitors. Yeah.
Has anyone special caught your eye recently?
Is it acceptable?
No, I think I'm getting too old for most of the young pups I see around these days. Besides, marriage has proved to be more trouble than it's worth. I'm finished with that whole
So
game.
who's this man?
Although there was one fellow who came into the supper club today. Pity he was only interested in asking questions.
Oh?
Yes, the dark brooding type. Sleepless nights etched all
Is
over
my
his face.
husband.
Still handsome, though. I invited him to join me for a drink, but he refused. Turned out he was a private investigator, if you can believe it.
Oh? What was he asking about?
Nothing of consequence. I didn't tell him very much anyway.
Probably for the best he didn't join you for that drink then.
Thank goodness I didn't compliment her too much. I might have been in a lot of trouble now.
I was reading in the paper this morning about what happened with Desiree Lathan. Did you hear about that?
Oh, such a tragedy. Poor Desi. We hadn't talked in a long time, but how terrible to think of her dying in such a horrible way.
Does she really care?
My condolences.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, I was gonna say, does she care? Because they all just keep talking about how drunk she was, and no one really seems to say anything nice. Should I keep pursuing this? Should I talk about the weather a bit?
Did you and Desiree used to be friends?
Oh, we were like sisters at one point.
Really?
What happened?
What else? A man got involved.
No.
You were both after the same man?
No, quite the contrary. We both enjoyed being unattached and had vowed to keep it that way. The Spinster Sisters, we used to call ourselves.
Oh.
But I fell for a man a few years ago. We got married and Desiree stopped speaking to me.
Really?
That's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yes, especially considering the marriage only lasted a few brief months. I lost both my husband and my best friend. I'm sure there's a lesson to be learned in that.
Well, I don't know what the lesson actually is, because Desiree was the one who stopped talking to her. I'm sure there's more to this story. But if Desiree is the one who stopped talking to her, I don't think that was fair, because unless she was like, okay, I got a man now, I drop everything for him. That's pretty shit. But other than that, I don't think she's in the wrong in that one. Oh yeah, the painting.
I heard someone mention that Desiree had her portrait painted recently.
Yes, I heard that too. I think it was Caroline who told me. Yes, that was it. Caroline. She was looking for a portrait artist and told me Desiree had found one.
Who could have?
Roger DeVay.
Aha.
I think she said his name was.
Now I got a name. Sounds mysterious.
Roger DeVay? Sounds mysterious. Who is he?
Well, I don't know about
This
mysterious.
lady loves yapping.
He's just an artist. Not a very good one either, from what I hear.
Really? I thought
He
it was
didn't do a good job on the portrait?
Oh, no, he did fine. I just meant he hasn't really taken off. His paintings aren't worth very much, you see. But Desiree took a liking to him very quickly. Even went as far as giving him an extra key to her
Ooh,
apartment.
bingo.
If there was anything more going on between them, I couldn't say. But she could have done a lot better, if you ask me. I mean, he's barely even an artist now. I heard he took a teaching position at the university.
Oh.
Now, who would want their likeness immortalized by a lecturer?
Who cares?
I see. Well, I hope he makes it in the world someday.
Miracles may
What?
happen.
Is that a prejudice that people have? That university professors can't paint? Or what? Let's talk about the weather.
Quite chilly out today, isn't it?
Yes, a good day for spending indoors.
Probably means we'll be getting an earlier winter.
It's a good thing I bought a new set of coats then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was some classic small talk at its finest. Okay, I'm done here.
Good. I think that's all finished.
Thank you, Adelaide. It was a pleasure, as always.
Was it?
Likewise, Miss Robinow. I'll see you next week.
Bit of a horrid woman, but somehow I've said
And
that
she
about a
didn't
lot
tip
of women.
very well either.
I'm sorry, dear. She sounds positively dreadful.
Yeah.
No more than the other Gascon Grandames. I just hope you manage to get something useful from
Gotta
that.
get your money somehow, right? Yo. But putting up with that level of conversation is just a bit of a tragedy. So I don't
It's
have.
been so long since you.
What?
It's been so long since you used that desk. Did bowling worth it?
I need something to pick up the ashes in, but I don't have anything here. Okay, I don't want to make her mad. No.
Addie?
What is it, Miles?
Nope. Okay, let's not make
I'll
her
let
mad
you-
now. That's it. Okay.
I
Let's
shouldn't
go.
be gone.
Yep.
Goodbye, dear. Love
Okay.
you.
Love you too.
Love you. But I'm so happy that I went back because honestly, I couldn't really find a way forward. Like they were all somewhat dead ends to me before I did that. So I'm happy I went back and did not insult her. Yeah, let's go there. Oh, the nude male form is being immortalized. Who are all these people? It's him, Roger DeVay.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Are you Roger DeVay?
I am.
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I have some questions for you if you aren't too busy.
Will this take long? This isn't exactly the best time.
It shouldn't. No.
All right then.
It
Quickly.
isn't. Oh, he's quite young, right? He's younger than me. He has no frown line. Oh, he sounds like an asshole, but I quite like the look of his face.
How long have you been teaching at this university?
About 4 years now.
And do you also earn money with your painting?
Not of late. I haven't sold a painting in some time.
That's
But my salary from the university is enough for the time being. Perhaps someday I'll be able to devote the proper focus to my painting.
Yeah, I hope you get it.
Do you know Desiree Lathan?
Desiree? Yes, of course I know her. What happened to her was just awful.
Indeed. My condolences, Mr. DeVay. What can you tell me about
Yeah,
her?
that second
She was
key.
a wonderful woman. Sharp, full of life, extremely witty. I only knew her for a short time, but I consider myself lucky to have had her as a friend.
How did you two meet?
We were introduced at a party and became fast friends. It's hard to believe she's really gone.
Oh, maybe I don't know. He doesn't sound like too much of an asshole now, but it might all be a front. Let's ask about the portrait
You
first.
painted Desiree's portrait, is that right?
Yes, I finished it just a few months ago.
Do you often do commissioned work?
Sometimes, but this wasn't exactly a commission, more like a gift.
Okay.
You mean you weren't paid for it?
No, I didn't do it for money. It was an honor just to paint her.
It's kind of sweet.
I see. And did she like the result?
Well, she had it hanging in her bedroom and not in her attic,
Yeah,
so I assumed she liked it well enough.
Yeah.
It was a rather nice portrait, I must admit.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Indeed, I have. Regrettably, I can't comment on the likeness, never having seen the subject in life.
Ah, yes. Well, she used to say that standing in front of it was like looking into a mirror. I tried my best to do her justice.
Okay. That's sweet.
Do you have any information regarding Desiree's death?
No, none at all. It came as a total shock. I heard she was burned to death. Oh, is that true?
What?
It is.
It's really just unthinkable.
Do you know of anyone who might have wished harm upon her?
No, everyone loved her.
That's never
To
true.
think someone could be capable
Right?
of doing that to her, it just
Well, in
makes
every
me
TV
feel
show,
sick.
that's never true.
I'll let you get
Not-
back to your class.
Surely not
Right.
everyone loves her. I don't know about this guy. He seems alright, though. I don't know, he's probably got some motives.
Where dreams go to die.
Wait, in portfolios? Oh.
These aren't half bad. Nice to know the students aren't completely wasting their time here.
Yeah.
These aren't
Okay,
half...
he's gonna say the same. Okay, I can't click on them. This is cute. Model.
Well, so much for modesty. Ooh, is it warm in here or is it just me?
I knew Bill would like that.
All the tools an artist would ever need. Brushes, pieces of canvas, paints. I feel as though this could be relevant, but I can't really see how.
What? Can I please take a
All the
bottle?
tools an artist would ever need. Brushes, pieces of canvas, paints. I feel as though this could be relevant, but I can't really see how.
Mm.
I'm guessing it's locked, but it probably only contains more art supplies we don't care about.
Why would you lock it then?
Probably best not to disturb.
But I got nothing from him. I have no new lead. Huh? What did this bring me? Really, really nothing.
These aren't half bad.
Nothing?
Probably bad.
Okay. Okay, can I go back and look at the painting then? Let's look at this one.
Definitely too young to be Miss Lathan. Perhaps a relative?
Mm.
Nothing new.
So now that I know he painted
I'm afraid
it,
I need to have another look.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, whatever. Now that I know he painted it, is there anything else I can do with the portrait?
That's a nice portrait of Miss Lathan. Too bad it was damaged by the fire. The area where the artist's signature should be has been singed and is unreadable. Too bad.
But the date is still legible.
Yeah, okay, but...
Looks like this one barely managed to survive. Pity. It looked like a nice work of art. As much as I like this...
So we've seen
Nothing
another
else?
painting. We've seen in this lady in her house. There was also a painting. Ah, she's gone? Well, now what?
Well, if no one's cleaned up, you might as well do them the favor.
No, are you joking? Okay, so that all had to happen so I could have something to pick up ashes, right? Right? I can only...
Nothing new to...
No, I can only imagine that was what that's for. Really, that's all I can imagine.
I'm afraid I...
All right.
Yes, get out of the way. Right, that's all I can imagine. It's so creepy. It's so grim.
Oh, Miles, really? You're going to carry the ashes around in a pewter mug?
Yes, I'm gonna
It's
do
vital
that.
to the investigation that we find out exactly what happened to the body. If anyone can tell us for certain, it's Dr. Edwards.
Fair enough. I suppose this isn't the most unpleasant thing you've carried around before. Remember that time we had to go looking for that murder victim's missing head?
Oh no.
I'd really rather not,
Yeah,
actually.
let's not think about that. Okay, so these things all had to happen in this sequence. But honestly, if I didn't go back and speak to Addie again, this game would be done.
Ugh. The smell from the bedroom is getting worse. I don't know how much longer I can stand it.
Do you want to
Nothing
leave?
new?
No, okay, no. So, okay, supper club's gone. Where was I headed? To the... Who's Dr. Edwards? Show him ashes.
Oh, that smell! I thought I told Mr. Usher to throw away that sandwich.
I'll show him the ashes.
Begging your pardon, sir.
Yes?
You said you wanted proof of Miss Lathan's death? Well, these are her ashes.
Oh, what is wrong with you? Get out of here this instant, or I'll have you arrested.
What the hell were you thinking, Miles? Have you gone insane?
Maybe. Maybe I have. Okay, so I need to get it documented. Where's Dr. Edwards? Here?
Dear Lord, what is that smell? Did you step in something out there, Fordham?
Private investigation is a dirty job, Upton. You know that. Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Okay, here are the ashes.
Would it be possible for me to access the mortuary?
The mortuary? What for?
I'd like to consult with Dr. Edwards.
All right, but be careful. Make sure you don't let Snelling see you back there.
Okay.
That's it for now.
Better get back to it.
Okay. So now we're allowed to go in there? Yeah. Oh.
Dr. Edwards' lab was always a fascinating place to learn about death. A bit less so now that I'm quite the expert.
Oh, did I miss cleaning up some bit of that last corpse? Oh, Fordham, what brings you down here?
Hello, Edwards. I was wondering if I could pick your brain.
Yes, of course. There's one in a jar over there.
I was gonna say.
And I may have another one around here
It's a
somewhere.
funny thing to say with
That
a
coroner humor never gets old,
brain
does
in a
it?
jar.
Anyway, let me know what you want to discuss. This fellow's not going anywhere.
Hee hee ha ha.
Not a stitch of clothing on him. As if having your torso ripped open and poked around inside weren't bad enough. There truly is no dignity in death.
No.
Seems to be empty for now. That's most definitely a good thing. I feel sorry for the poor slob who has to clean that out.
Yeah. This is cool.
It looks rather fresh. There's a plaque at the base of the jar that says H. Putnam.
Putnam. Is that a reference? Am I supposed to know what that is? Who's that?
Well, at least he died with a smile on his face. Sort of.
Is it Mad Eye Moody? Why does he have a what is that, a monocle? I don't know what that's called.
I'm pretty sure I saw Edwards weighing his lunch on this once.
If I had a funky scale like that, I would weigh random things.
I remember when Edwards used to keep his collection of preserved reproductive organs on this shelf. He must be getting soft in his old age. Or perhaps that's exactly what happened to his collection.
Ew.
A fine example of well-developed deltoids, latissimus dorsi, and gluteus maximi.
How scientific of you, Bill.
The brain is truly a fascinating organ. If only more people used it. You've seen one dissected torso, you've seen them all. It sure is a lot of rubbish crammed inside our upper bodies, isn't there?
Useful rubbish.
Assorted lab equipment for setting things on fire or causing explosions. You know, the perfect way to pass the time.
Yeah. What's this?
I wonder if Edwards ever got around to fixing this typewriter. The letter E being out of alignment always made his reports a nightmare to read.
Ooh, that's maybe a clue. Maybe we'll find something later with some E's being funky.
It's important to keep your hands clean when dealing with dead bodies. After all, you never know where they've been. Until after the post-mortem exam, anyway.
Yeah. Wash basin, heater.
This provides the room with just the right amount of heat. Unlike the incinerators in the crematorium. Talk about overkill.
Haha.
Nice pair of legs.
I was gonna say, it's a leg.
I'd say being hooked up to that machine was the worst experience of my life. Except I was already dead at the time. Imagine a giant mosquito sucking out all your blood and then replacing it with formaldehyde. Not very pleasant.
But he wasn't here for it. He was with me. Or was he in his body still?
Edwards keeps assorted bottles and specimens in there. Nothing too remarkable that I can see.
Okay, it's time to talk.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
Why does he wear glasses with red lenses? Himself.
Keeping busy down here, Edwards?
Oh, you know me. I've always got my hands in someone.
Ew.
Edwards always did have a way with words.
Yeah, no.
This
bit of a
postmortem was
wordsmith
just a
over here.
formality, really. The victim died of a gunshot wound to the head. Last week, though, we had a real kicker. An old man was brought in, and though he appeared quite dead, I was told that he'd been in a trance for over half a year. Apparently, he was hypnotized right at the point of death, and somehow managed to remain alive, in a fashion. In any case, when I began performing the exam, his entire body decayed into a putrefied mess within minutes. It was fascinating.
Should you really be giving me these details, Edwards?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, hell,
It's
I don't mind
interesting.
telling you, Miles. It's not like you're going to go tell Snelling. Besides, you're the only one who's come to see me all week. Dead people make lousy conversationalists.
Hey, I take offense to that statement.
How have no other cop gone to see the doctor when they have like a body and ashes and a leg in a hand? Crazy. They are terrible cops. Bill.
You didn't examine Bill after he died, did you?
Ha! He wishes.
No, there was nothing inconclusive about his death. He died from impact after falling from the roof of a building. Why? Was there something else I should have looked into?
No,
No,
not
I was
really.
just curious.
As fond as I am of Edwards, it would have been a bit much for him to go poking around my insides.
Yeah, the death was pretty cut and dry. It was the motives of the flower shop man. Snelling.
So, Snelling got promoted to
talk
chief,
shit
did
about
he?
the chief.
Yes, not too long after you left. Personally, I think he took advantage of your situation to change things around here.
Was it really that much of a shock? Bill and I weren't exactly the most well-liked detectives on the force.
But you were respected. You two solved over 350 cases in 15 years. You were an institution.
That's alright.
Damn right we were. It's so easy for people to resent their more successful peers.
Yeah, that's alright.
Ah, Edwards. Nice to know someone missed us.
I wonder what's the average solve rate for a detective, if any. I don't know if any detectives will ever see any of my videos, but please comment. What's the average solve rate for a detective? Because I don't know if 350 cases in 15 years is good or bad. Like, should you be solving a case a week? Should you be solving, like, let's say I don't know how much holiday they get, but let's say you have 48 work weeks in a year. Do you have to solve 48 cases? Surely not. That's a lot. So maybe one every 2 weeks? I don't know. I don't know what's an accepted amount.
I found this piece of burned cloth at the crime scene. Could you take a look at it for me?
What do you need me to look at exactly?
The greasy bit.
It appears to have some oily residue on it.
Interesting. I'm afraid I have my hands full right now, but you can feel free to use my workbench if you'd like.
Oh no.
To do what exactly?
Don't make me do it
Surely
myself.
they taught you something about basic chemical analysis when you worked here.
No.
Yes, well, I always let Bill handle the more technical aspects of our cases.
Really? He's
It's
so
a real
chaotic.
pity I'm not around to help you anymore, isn't it?
But I'll have a look and see if something comes back to me.
Okay, but the ashes surely you can do.
I've got these human ashes from a crime scene.
Straight to the point. I knew I liked you for a reason for them. Who do they belong to?
But it wasn't
Desiree
straight to the
Lathan.
point.
She was a Gascon Grande Dame.
Oh, of course.
beating
I
around
heard
the
about that
bush.
case. She was found burned in her home, wasn't she?
That's right.
I meant to go over there later today.
Well, then I suppose I've saved you the journey. Would you have a look at these?
Does this mean you're officially on the case?
Nope. Shh.
Not as such. In fact, I'd appreciate it if
Keep
you
it on
didn't
the
mention
down
I'd been
low.
here.
Ah, clandestine operation. Sneaking around under Snelling's nose.
I don't have much of a choice. I'm pretty much persona non grata around here these days.
Well, you're always welcome in my mortuary. Preferably while still breathing, of course.
Yes, please.
Anyway, I'll just take those ashes off your hands. I'm sure your social life will soon improve.
Yeah, no one wanted
Yes,
to
I was
talk to
making
me.
quite the impression.
This is an interesting choice of container.
It was either that or carry them around in my bare hands.
Well, I'm a bit busy right now, but I should have something for you within the next couple of hours. But you do realize the information won't be exclusive to you. I'll have to pass it on to the detectives on the case.
It's okay.
Naturally. That just gives me more of an incentive to work quickly.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thanks. That's all I needed to know for the moment.
Because I need to go straight
Anytime,
to the
Gordon.
lawyers. I don't know if they know about the lawyers. Okay, let's go play Dr. Frankenstein.
It's been ages since we got to do any type of chemical analysis. This will be grand.
Dr. Edwards, could you remind me what it is I'm meant to be doing?
Yes, of course. Go ahead and get as much of that oily residue from the cloth into the petri dish.
Okay.
Good. Now
Gross.
add some of the chemical reagent in the red bottle to the dish.
Okay. Okay.
Aha! The oil turned orange.
Yes! The reagent has caused a chemical reaction and changed the oil's color. Isn't science fun?
Quite. But how does this help me?
I have some samples of the most common types of flammable oils on the shelf. Go ahead and add them to the test tubes.
Okay.
Good. Now simply check each one with the reagent to see if you can find a match.
And if I don't find one?
Then I suggest going out and looking for more oil samples.
An empty petri dish isn't going to be of much use to our experiment. Best put something in it.
Okay, this. Okay. And the red.
Well, oil be damned. Looks like that's not a match.
No.
Oh, you love it.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna have to go look for more oil, right? 100%. That's how these games work. Innit?
So much for kerosene being the culprit.
Where am I gonna get more flammable stuff? Where am I gonna get more flammable stuff?
Too bad. I would have bet on it being coal oil.
Okay, what's
Looks
that?
like ammonium chloride. Won't be of much use to us in this experiment.
Oh, we're gonna go experiment some more. Okay, so we're gonna go look for some more oil.
I remember when Edwards used to keep...
Okay.
Or perhaps that's exactly...
Okay, so we...
I don't...
So... Okay, so we're gonna go... I have to look for more oil.
I wonder if Edwards ever got around to fixing the... It's important to keep your hands clean when dealing with dead bodies. After all, you never know where they've been. Until...
Okay, we're gonna go look for more oil. Anything more to say to Upton?
Got a moment up?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
That's it.
Better get.
Okay, better get going. Okay, where is oil? Does he have oil? Does she have oil? I'll ask her. What do you know about
Nothing more to ask her.
Aw, man. I was so sure I could ask her. University, let's ask him what's flammable.
All the tools an artist would ever need. There's also several jars full of clear liquid. Interesting. Huh. This is linseed oil. It's used as a drying agent for oil paintings. It would be a good idea to take a sample of this, Miles. Especially now that nobody's looking.
Yeah, go. Excelente. Do we want to speak
Probably
to him? No. Okay. Let's run away. Then he could be the guilty one. He could be the guilty one. Linseed oil. Let's test that linseed oil. Okay. Get in there,
Now that we've got some
Mr.
linseed oil, it's probably worth testing.
Linseed. Why the hell would he set her on fire? What's his motive? Money? She didn't have much money.
Well, I'll be
yes,
damned. We've
we
got ourselves a match.
We got a match. We got a match.
I wonder if Edwards knows anything pertinent about this stuff.
Come, talk to me about linseed oil.
Pardon me, Edwards.
Yes?
Talk to me about linseed oil.
What do you know about linseed oil?
Why did I
It's
say
an oil
that?
made from flaxseed that has many uses. Most commonly, it's used to dry things like varnish or oil paints. Some people even eat it for health benefits. I hear it goes well with a bit of quark.
And it's flammable?
As most oils are, yes. Where are you going with this?
The oily residue on that rag is linseed oil.
Fascinating.
But I found no trace of anything used to light a fire at the crime scene.
Uh-oh, he's getting that gleam in his eye.
Spontaneous
Wait
combustion.
just a moment. Linseed oil. Of course! Anytime linseed oil is used, extreme caution must be taken to dry cure rags that may be soaked in it. That's because when linseed oil dries and oxidizes, it releases heat. A pile of rags soaked in linseed oil in a confined space runs the risk of spontaneously combusting.
How long would this take exactly?
A few days, at least.
Interesting. It's a rather uncertain means of murder, but it's excellent for appearing accidental.
Yeah.
It's certainly not the most far-fetched conclusion you've ever come to.
Okay, that's very interesting. Could the painting itself have done that?
Have you had a chance to look at those ashes I gave you?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, there isn't much I can tell you.
Okay.
The victim burned to death at a very high temperature. These ashes are greasy and putrid because of liquefied fat from the body, which burned like a candle.
It's quite all right, Edwards. I appreciate the information nonetheless.
Well, just so you don't go away empty-handed, have a copy of my report.
Thank
Maybe
you.
it will be of some use.
Can go to the lawyer.
Thanks.
Great.
That's all I needed to know for the moment.
If he would be willing to speak to me
Anytime,
again.
Fordham.
Because I did show him the ashes and he was quite upset with that. So I do feel a bit bad about that. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh wait, I could have asked her about Ray DeVay, whatever his name is. Robert DeVay? Whatever. Okay. Tell me about Robert.
Got a moment, Upton?
Yes, but let's make this quick.
Ah, no. Okay.
That's it.
Better get.
Okay, I thought we could review the case, not wrap up the case. Okay, so what can we do? We go to the lawyer first. We go to the... Where are you? Wait. Wait. So I made the lawyer so mad that I can't go back? Ugh, no, man. Oh, for goodness sakes. Why do I keep messing this up? Why do I keep messing this up?
Probably best not to
No? let's look at the crime scene again then.
Nothing new.
I'm afraid I need.
All right.
So let's look at this again because now that I know what it is.
Just a pile of ashes. They can't tell us much more than we already know.
Yeah, but couldn't this painting be where the fire started?
That's a nice portrait of the area where the artist.
But the date is.
Okay. And then here? Could we... Skull, ashes...
I don't think there's much else we can.
Okay. But then there's nothing for me to do.
The flames must have been fairly high to be able to stain the seal. Looks like this one barely met.
No! What? So is there lots of linseed oil in his... Can we ask her about it?
Nothing more.
No? I don't think there's anyone more to ask. What does he know about linseed oil?
Nothing else to.
Nothing? Is there anything here?
I tried using one of these automatic. What an absurd contraption.
So there's nothing here that needs linseed
We haven't got
oil. No. It's only the...
Yeah, impressive.
Oh no, I screwed it up. What do you know about it?
I don't think there's.
Okay, how far back do I have to go to get the right ending here? I refuse to just accuse someone without any further information. So, again, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna fix this. I just love fixing things. Okay. See you back here when I've fixed everything.